show to come and work for us. But we have a lot of pet lovers that'll come in and donate their money to them.
Is this just Bella Vista, or is this considered Bentonville, and you pick up from all of Benton
We
County?
pick up a lot in Bentonville. We go 5, 6 days a week into Bentonville.
Oh,
Right. Curtis and I worked a deal with the mayor there. Was it about 3 years ago, Curtis?
Probably when they started their recycling thing. See, theirs is
Allied is the sole provider of services both in Bentonville and Bella Vista. Allied went to their city council and says, we're starting this new program. We're going to provide you with 2 dumpsters. We want wet garbage in one dumpster and all your recyclables in the other dumpster, residential. Well, as soon as we got wind of this, Curtis and I went to the mayor and says, hey, we have all these commercial stops, and we don't want Allied to have those stops, because Allied gives Bentonville this much out of recycles. They have 2 trucks that go out, and they have the arm truck, the loader. They dump the, what is it, 94 gallons, is that big one?
95, yeah.
95, I don't know what. And a second comes in with the recycling. Recycling comes down here in Springdale, where it's processed on a conveyor belt, and the processor and Allied shares in the profit. Bentonville gets nothing, and no one else gets nothing. Again, and they're number 2 in the country. Waste Management is number 1. Allied is number 2. Unfortunately, we may get to that situation. Our mayor, Curtis, I, and George went to our mayor and says, hey, this is what's happening in Bentonville. We don't want it to happen in Bella Vista. He says, as long as I'm mayor, we'll have the status quo. But elections are coming up. We'll get a new mayor. You know what happens.
Bella Vista doesn't have curbside recycling?
We do. We have what we call the blue bag recycling.
Oh, okay.
And you know where that goes. That all goes to Allied.
Oh, okay.
They take it to the transfer station, they separate it out there, and they profit 100%. Different parts of the country, it's different, the way they handle stuff. Madison, Wisconsin started the first recycling center, curbside recycling, the end of World War II. They have an ordinance that says if they cut and they do this on a random basis, if they cut your bag and find any recyclables in it, they dump that all on your lawn. You have until 5 o'clock. They immediately send a report to the police department. Police department comes by. If that isn't cleaned up by 5 o'clock that day, that same day, you get a citation. It only happens to you once. And you become a permanent recycler. So you can go all the way to those kinds of extremes. I came from a bedroom community in Chicago called Downers Grove, Illinois. We had Waste Management, the biggest company in the United States. That city council was able to negotiate a downward price in the garbage pickup based on recyclables. They had curbside recycling where they picked up everything, including peanuts, you know, all your stuff that we don't